500 player multiplayer. Can it be done in Diablo Immortal? What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and full disclosure inside of this video, yesterday I got myself the COVID vaccine. I went with the Johnson & Johnson, which is a one-shot deal. It's the newer one, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I woke up this morning feeling like a superhero. I felt like the man. But right now, about 5 hours later, I'm starting to feel not so hot. I'm feeling like I'm getting sick. So I may be a little bit lower tone in this video. Maybe you guys will like that. I threw on my Beaker shirt. Yeah, I wore it a few days ago. Who cares? It's comfortable. I'm not feeling well. You know you do the same thing when you're not feeling so hot. But I didn't want to go a day without uploading a video. So I figured that I would record this video, and after this, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to take a nap. And I don't nap. I am a grinder. I am the guy that never stops. But today, we're stopping. We're taking a little bit of a powwow. But I want to talk about a topic that I discussed in my last video, you know, a little bit, that we talked about on the Immortal podcast, Nemo and I, and that was just brought up again in my comment section. Now, I did mention that Blade and Soul Revolution is coming out, or it's out right now. They're doing sponsored campaigns with a bunch of content creators. They didn't do it with me. They should have. I'm the darn Diablo Immortal guy. I need some sponsored content to pay the bills. But no, they didn't choose me. It's okay. I'm not upset. It's all good. But in that game, they're coming out with a guild war mechanic, right? I don't have a ton of details on it, but it was said that it's a 500 player multiplayer experience where you're going to have 500 players battling it out in some way. It's going to be done with factions. I think it was called possibly Faction Wars. Either way, it took away all of my, you know, my thought that maybe it was too much. Maybe having that many players on the screen would be too much, and it would be game breaking, and it wouldn't work well, and there would be mismatches with power and things like that. But a comment that came through in the video today, well, it made me bring this back up again. And the comment said something about that it would be a mess, that it would not be able to be organized well enough, and that I was just stuck there in that tombstone. That was kind of cool. And that the voice chats would be a mess. So let's talk about today how those things can be fixed so that it's a good experience for all of us. And first of all, voice chat, you can't have voice chat, right? There cannot be a voice chat with 500 people. That would be horrible. And it would also be probably toxic as well. If you want complete honesty, you always have toxic people, whether they're being reported or not, there's always toxic people. So there could be just a text chat where you can just type in your text with your team. There could be rooms that you could create where you could have, like, you know, 5 or 10 person rooms where you could have even just the management, the leaders of those attacks in those rooms, telling their troops, telling their alliance mates what they should be doing, telling their guild mates the next steps in the battle, because everyone doesn't need to talk, right? We could have a text screen that could be the emergency text screen. By the way, I pulled up my Barbarian gameplay. This is the one I was playing on my phone, obviously the different orientation here of the entire channel. And if you guys like Diablo Immortal, I should have said this in the beginning, but make sure you sub the channel because I'm bringing you a video every day for Diablo Immortal. So come on through and be part of the family. And you could also be part of the family in the Discord server, which is the pinned comment down below. So come through and join us. It's kind of where all the cool people are hanging out. So with the voice, I think it's an easy fix. Even if you just completely cut voice chat out, it's not essential. People can use outside apps such as Discord for those voice chats if they want to have larger than what the game is offering. But let's talk about 500 players. How will that be done with system lag? Will people be able to have their phones not like melt in their hands when you're getting so many people that are battling it out together on the same screen? And I think it has to do with how things render in. Like any other game, you could have the high render mode and the low render mode. The low render mode can literally just drop graphics down of everything around you. You could still see the graphics of your character, but everything around you is going to kind of be much lower quality so that you don't get that jamming up of your device, especially for some of the lower end devices. But even games like Rise of Kingdoms, for example, when you have thousands of troops, actually maybe hundreds of thousands of troops, all converging to take down a site on the map, there is the zone that will auto to, there's the setting so that it doesn't overload your phone, right? It basically makes your rally of 100 troops look like one troop walking, and it's going to make it a lot easier. So they could do something like that. That's technical stuff, and developers are technical people. They figure out these issues. There should never be, in my opinion, a reason for them to say, oh, we can't do that because we don't have the technical ability to do it. I mean, obviously there are some things that they can't do, but it being difficult to figure out is not an excuse. It being impossible to do effectively, well, that's an excuse. If it can't be done right, it shouldn't be done. But if it's hard to do it right, well, that's why you're getting paid the big bucks, right? You gotta figure out those hard things. We all do that in our lives, right? Everything that we do is not easy, and some of the most fruitful things that we have are the hardest to complete. And well, that goes in the same realm here. Yeah, I'm definitely not feeling so hot, but I think that it could work out. And as I spoke with Nemo in the Immortal podcast, I think this is the best multiplayer game mode for supporting player activity, family guilds, and things like that inside of the game. I think that if they could do that, it's better than team deathmatch. It's better than battle royale, because you're going to be working together with your team, not just solo. So what are your thoughts, guys? If you had to choose from any of the following game modes, which would you choose? Would you want a war mechanic where you can take your alliance or your guild, go against others? Would you like a team deathmatch where basically it's just 4-on-4 or 8-on-8 and you just go in and battle it out? Would you want, you know, like capture the flag, domination style things, which are really more common in shooter style games? To be honest with you, I don't think we're going to see team deathmatch. I don't think we're going to see domination. I don't think we're going to see capture the flag. Maybe. I don't think so. I think those would be on the back burner because it's just weird for the genre, although it could be very fun. It's just not common, I guess, for the genre. Or would you rather have a battle royale style gameplay, which is still very exciting to me? And I'm not a battle royale player. Like, I messed with Fortnite for like 10 minutes. I played a lot of PUBG Mobile. I like Call of Duty Mobile, but I do prefer playing Team Deathmatch in COD Mobile. But even though I really do think that the war mechanic is going to be the best in supporting the game for the long haul, because they've said many times before that they want to focus things on the group, the community, and that's why they don't want to have a hardcore mode inside of Diablo Immortal also, because think of it this way, and I've mentioned it before, if you have a hardcore mode and people die, well, then they're suddenly gone from your guild. That person that you built this relationship with is then gone. So they don't want that to happen. So as of now, there's also not going to be a hardcore mode inside of the game. But war, yes, give us war rewards, just as they do in other games like Clash of Clans. You win the war, you get rewards. You get rewards for your performance inside of the war. You can get gear, you can get a whole bunch of things that would be really advantageous to you participating in the wars. Plus, it'll be fun. And you know, wars don't have to be extremely long sessions. A war doesn't have to last 2-3 hours, or if we're talking WoW terms, you know, full days. It can be short events. A war could be a 15 to 30 minute event, or maybe based on the gameplay, it could be even longer. Now, how do you fix these players are super strong and these players are not super strong? Well, that would be a matchmaking feature. You couldn't most likely do something where you were able to balance the weight of each player when you're talking about that many, but if you would get a cumulative number of how powerful this squad is, and you get a cumulative number of how powerful this squad is, those numbers could be mixed with matchmaking. Now, that does pull into account having people that are, you know, your top 10 or your top 20 that are extremely strong, some of the strongest in the game, and everyone else, you put like new players in there. That's going to kind of offset how everything works. Then you could match potentially with all medium players, and those top 20 people could ruin things for others. That would be like, I mean, they did that in Clash of Clans. It was like a way of like beating the system. There's got to be a way around it. Do I know what it is right now? No, because I don't know if they even have the system in place, but some type of matchmaking where it balances out everything based on performance, based on power, all that stuff together could be cool. And yeah, based on performance is good too. If you've won the last 10 wars, maybe you shouldn't be going against a team that lost the last 10 wars. So balance based on win-loss record, balance based on power. I think we could have something cool. I mean, they did say that esports will not be in Diablo Immortal, but that would be a great way to do it if they decide they wanted to. We're out though for today, guys. I'm gonna go lay down because I really feel like I need to. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Hopefully you're masking up, staying home when you can. And if the vaccine comes, well, that's your decision, right? That's everyone's personal decision on what they do. I chose it for myself, keep my family safe. Hopefully I'm feeling better later on. Have a great day. Sub the channel. Check out the gear. You know what I say at the end of the videos. And be good.